Do we have too many government workers? Hello, this is ChartGPT today. You know, this question we ask, do we have too big of a government? Do we have too many workers for the government? Kind of a difficult question to answer because a lot of them are subcontractors and services and things like that. But just focusing on the actual staff that we have. First, here's kind of a thing. Maybe it's neither here nor there, but the White House payroll from Biden in 2022 to 2023, they've extended their salaries. They have extended their staff. They've grown the staff from 474 to 525, average of pay of $88,000 to $100,000. So the White House is certainly growing. It's kind of a comical thing, but it's kind of true. Michelle Obama had a staff of 24 for the First Lady. Melania Trump 12, and Dr. Jill Biden has 20. So interesting there. Looking at the actual payroll since 2009, you see the Democrats have more staff, I guess, all to better to service on our behalf. Of course, we're getting into more of the more serious thing. How many federal government workers are there? There's about 2.2 million. Of course, this is as of 2022. This is excluding postal services. But you got to realize most of the people there are in the military, Veterans Affairs, Homeland Security, this kind of stuff. And so when you think of all the other departments, they actually have very few employees. It's really the military expense of the staff there. Of course, in terms of a mapping, you can see who's benefiting the most. Obviously, the Washington, D.C. area, 21% of the people there are working for the government. So there's a big consortium there of money going into that area. It's all about government. You can see the different countries. New Mexico, I guess that's Los Alamos, a lot of scientific stuff there, so it's interesting there. But probably the bigger question here is how many people work for the U.S. government, and that includes 20.7 million. That's 2021 numbers. And of course, you can see the breakout of local and state, which is 79% versus 21 federal. So when you talk about government employees, you're really talking about the state and local employees, which by far is the majority of the workers. 21 million. Is that very effective? Well, here's a chart that says that federal employment peaked back in May 1990. So the number of workers have actually held pretty steady over the years. However, again, you keep in mind that this doesn't include all the subcontractors and money going out, so that probably is not a good judge of whether we have too many or too not. Nevertheless, take a look at our AI, and it kind of gives you a readout of whether or not it makes sense to have more or less government employees, and which countries around the world have the most government employees. You can follow the description and the post link there and see what the AI says on that. And answer our online poll in that same blog post. Do we have too many federal government employees? Or even local? Interesting point there. I'll leave you with one final thing. This is from Ronald Reagan. Some people love him, some people hate him. But he had the 9 most terrifying words in the English language. I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe.